What's going on, guys? As you can see by the title of today's video, we're going to find out how good a team of Connors is. I figured Connor Bedard's about to get drafted in a month or so. Probably going to have two Connors running the NHL. Let's see how good a team of Connors would do if they actually all play together. As you guys can see here, we got the Connecticut Connors, top players, Connor McDavid, Connor Hellebuyck, and Kyle Connor. I feel like, he's a special case scenario. Connor Arena, of course. And now, as always, guys, I made this team the 33rd in the NHL, and I decided to put them in the Central Division for no reason other than I think this gives us the best shot at making the playoffs. So this team needs a bit of help. As you can see, they're only 85 overall. They do have, the best player in the world, Connor McDavid, on their team, but still might not be enough. And now next year, guys, we'll show what the roster for this team is looking like. As I mentioned, they're pretty top heavy. After that, not a lot of depth. The first line there is sick. Kyle Connor, Connor McDavid, Connor Bedard getting a +5 chem. This is Bedard playing at 17 years old as well. Second line there, you got Connor Garland, Connor McMichael, and Connor Brown. So actually you have two Washington Capital players. Connor Sherry, another Capital, playing with Connor Dewar and Logan O'Connor. Some people might say that doesn't count. I'm counting it, though. Connor Zary, Connor Bunneman, and Drew O'Connor on the fourth line. So, the forward group's not terrible. Defensively is definitely, the weakest spot of this team. Connor Clifton, Connor Murphy's our top pairing. Only getting a -1 as well. Connor Carrick and Tim is on the second pairing. That would be an okay bottom pair. Then we got Connor Mackey and Connor Corcoran. I feel like that's a bit of a tongue twister there. He's actually like an ECHL player. So that kind of shows you defensively, we didn't have a lot to choose from. Now, in terms of goaltending, Connor Hellebuyck's our starting goalie, one of the best goalies in the league, so that's huge. Even Ingram at 78 overall is actually like a legit backup. So I feel like you could argue the goalies are the best part of this team as they're like legit, goalie tandem. The forwards, again, the depth's not really there, but that first line is just so stick. Really, it's going to come down, I think, to how the defense plays, unless McDavid puts up like 150 points for us. In terms of the power play, power play 1 there is actually pretty solid. Kind of funny though, like Tim and 79's on it. They do get a +5. Power play 2, you guys can see there, definitely falls off. So probably running that first power play like for the full 2 minutes. Foreman power play 1, +5. Second, there's a -3. So again, just looking at our first unit, PK wise, Logan O'Connor, for instance, is actually very good defensively. 92 D awareness and 90 stick check. So he'll be fine. Connor Dewar even, solid defensively, 88 D awareness, stick check. So I feel like the lower rated guys, because they're pretty solid defensively, will be okay in terms of the PK. You guys can see it's actually all positive chemistry. Also too, in terms of the AHL, some guys who didn't quite make the team. All I think junior players, Connor Geeky, Connor McLennan, both actually play for the Winnipeg Ice, so have them play on the first line, and then second line there, you got Connor Roulette and Connor Lockhart. So if we did this video again in like a few years' time, maybe some of those guys make the NHL be higher rated. If you're curious too about the captaincy, probably no surprise who's wearing the C, of course. It's Connor McDavid. Decided to give Bedard, though, an A as a 17-year-old. Kyle Connor there as well is wearing an A. I swear I made Bedard number 98, so maybe it just doesn't change like the default number there. Still showing 16. As you can see here in the preseason, we're 3-3-1. McDavid's putting up 2 points a game right now with 14 and 7. So I'll show you guys our ratings here as well too. You can see what the jerseys look like. Really nothing crazy. I actually want the default colors because I thought they were pretty nice. Kind of Seattle Kraken-esque there, the navy blue, the light blue. So ready to look at the home, the away, and the alternate, which is actually, I think, my favorite. Rating-wise, 89 offense, 81 defense, 88 goaltending. We'll see how this team does. Hoping, like I said, they can make the playoffs. Let's find out. Alright, guys, so just finishing the end of the year. We actually had a pretty good season. 39, 32, and 11 record. I'll show you guys right now. We actually made the playoffs. 89 points there. Got the 3rd spot in the Central Division. We were 1 point up on the Avalanche and Predators. And we actually won our last 4 games of the season. So if we don't do that, we don't get in. Although we did lose the 2 before that. So as long as we win 4 of the last 6, we're in there. We actually tied with the Kings, so they're the wildcard team. So I was pretty surprised when I saw that. I really didn't think this team was going to make the playoffs. So we'll see if McDavid and the boys kind of just popped off, carried this team. Kyle Connor, 105 points, 50 goals. We'll see how everyone else did. I feel like McDavid's got to be 100 plus if Kyle Connor is as well. There you go, McDavid 104. So yeah, both those guys, bit of a duo. Connor Bedard, 90 points in his rookie season. Still 85, even though he's got high franchise. That's actually a bit surprising. Connor Garland, 68, was a -13. Connor Brown, 53. Then big drop off out of the top 5. You got McMichael there, 37. Sherry, 32. Yeah, so basically this team is so top heavy. Our top scoring defenseman, Connor Timmins, he put up 19. All right, let's see. Goaltending stats. Hellebuyck, solid. 919, 266. Connor Ingram, though, below 900 save percentage. Overall, though, cannot complain. There's a good chance, actually, one of these guys won the Art Ross trophy. And there you go. Kyle Connor did. McDavid, of course, won back. The Oilers McDavid, 2 points back. 50 goals as well. Ovechkin, 52. Wins Maurice Richard. Okay, still, though, obviously an awesome season for both Connor and McDavid. You had 4 guys there with 100 plus points. Crosby 99, Ovi 98. Then had Tage Thompson, Jack Hughes, Panarin behind them. In terms of defensive scoring, Rasmus Dahlin there put up 85, followed by Yossi Karlsson, Erik Karlsson. Goaltender stats, Samsonov most wins. Now, save percentage for a starter was actually Connor Hellebuyck, 919, so maybe he could get the Vezina. Goals against for a starter was Shesterkin. then Samsonov, then Hellebuck, but like he wasn't far behind, and then rookie skaters here. There's no way Connor Bedard doesn't get the Calder, 90 points. Although Kent Johnson had a pretty solid year, 75. Bedard though was also plus 23. So yeah, I think he's taking on that one. And now look at this, guys. In the entire league, we were actually 14th, so it didn't matter. We're in the Central Division. We still like earned a spot, being a top 16 team. And last place actually had my Detroit Red Wings with 69 points. Not nice, not nice, but we'll get started here with the playoffs. We're going to be playing the St. Louis Blues here, of course, the second place team in that division. So a team didn't make playoffs in real life. Here they are. Let's see what happens. I mean, again, McDavid, Kyle Connor, they're really going to have to, keep going off here, carry us through. So first 2 games in St. Louis, go 1-1. I mean, we'll take that, head home here to Connecticut. I figured, Connecticut, Connor made sense. Again, 4-1 win, 6-3 loss, 2-2. Can we get the lead? We do not, so potential for exit here. Force game 7. Come on. Let's go. 2-1 win. And in the second round, we actually had the Winnipeg Jets. So we're facing Kyle Connor and Connor Hellebuck. A couple of Connors there on that team. So, similar to the first 2 games here in Winnipeg. Can we keep it rolling? 5-3-1, 4-3 OT win. How is this happening? 2-0 lead. I thought we were going to sweep them. We're still up 3-1, though. And in Winnipeg, close out the series in 5. That's outstanding. Currently 8-4 in the playoffs. Who are we going to have here in the Western Conference Final? We got the Edmonton Oilers, so now we get to play Connor McDavid. We're facing all the Connors here. Okay, so we actually lose the first game there in Edmonton. Game 2, an OT loss. Game 3 is a loss. Potentially get swept. Do not get swept. Imagine if we reverse swept McDavid and the Oilers. No way. Game 6? No way. Okay, I haven't simmed period by period yet. Maybe this is going to jinx it, but we got to see what happens here. Let's go. 1-1. Connor Brown, Leon Draisaitl. Third period, what's going to happen? Are you kidding me? Connor McDavid scores the game and series winner against his old team, and we reverse sweep the Edmonton Oilers to make the Stanley Cup final with this Connor team. I honestly was shocked they made the playoffs. I don't know how they're in the Stanley Cup final now. We got the New Jersey Devils here, and we're up 2-1 on them. Are you kidding me? 2-2. Unfortunately, we lost game 4 there in OT. Game 5 is a 4-2 win. We have to win one of these next 2 games, and this team wins the Stanley Cup with an ECHL defenseman on the bottom pair. And we're up 3-1. Are you kidding me? Connor Mackey, Connor Brown, Connor Murphy. 3-2. Let's see if they can pull it off. 5-5. Connor Bedard, Connor Garland for us. Who's going to be the OT hero? Are you kidding me? Connor Brown, shorthanded, wins the Connor team the Stanley Cup. I don't know how they pulled this thing off. Again, just barely made the playoffs. Basically, we're the Florida Panthers in this sim. That is amazing to see. I'm definitely curious to see who won all the awards at the end of the season. Stanley Cup champions, Connecticut Connors. Calder Cup champions, Charlotte Checkers, another CC team there. So, like I was saying, we gotta check the stats, the awards. That is outstanding. Detroit actually holds on to first overall there. Gets Connor Bedard. I wish. McDavid over point per game in the playoffs. We'll see how everyone else did. Again, that is just crazy. I don't know how they pulled that one off, especially the reverse sweep. Bedard and Garland also all at 27. So I wonder who's getting the Conn Smythe. Connor 22 is still very good. Connor Brown, Connor McMichael at 20. I mean, yeah, some guys stepped up. I guess same 5 guys from the regular season plus Connor McMichael. Find another gear here. He's down 82. Bedard's got to be higher. Yeah, he's up to an 88. Connor Hellebuck, 9.34 and a 2.35. I mean, that's pretty much why we won the Stanley Cup. A 9.34 save percentage is pretty ridiculous. Playoff tree here, of course, we know our road to it. I still can't believe that reverse sweep against the Oilers in the conference final. The Devils there beat the Rangers in 5, Pittsburgh in 6, Leafs in 5 before falling to us. Now, take a look here, guys, at the awards. Of course, we won the Stanley Cup there. In terms of the individual awards, Kyle Connor, Art Ross. Kuznetsov, though, got the Hart. Come on. We had the 2 top scorers. Neither one gets the Hart. John Carlson, James Norris. Kyle Connor, though, got the Lady Byng. He actually got it in real life last year. Connor Bedard, of course, got the Calder. Connor Garland got the Conn Smythe. Connor Hellebuck did get the Vezina. We kind of cleaned up here, I'm not going to lie. I feel like we had a really good chance to win the Jack Adams, too. 85 overall team making the playoffs, but the Ducks made the playoffs as well, and they're lower rated than us, so they get it. Couturier, Selke there, Kuznetsov, Ted Lindsay, Obi, of course, Maurice Richard. So with the Stanley Cup, we got 2, 3, 4, 5 awards, 6 awards on the season. I feel like that is pretty solid. Again, I'm so shocked this team won the Stanley Cup, but that is awesome to see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.